We start the day off catching the Woodstock Local, which was switching at Charms in Covington, Tennessee. We left after not seeing anything for a little while other than it sitting there, and caught this 4 locomotive BNSF train, all H3 crossing the bridge, and afterward we went and saw RJY30, which you'll see here in just a second from a walking bridge. We caught the train at Southern Avenue next. Now, Southern Avenue is just west of Norfolk Southern's Forest Yard. Now, the yard was closed down a few years ago thanks to Norfolk Southern downsizing, but they do still use the yard for transfers and locals. So this day, the yard was very rarely shown full. This is not something I've seen in a long time, this yard being so full of trains. Anyway, the first train we see is an auto rack. Now, we were going to check out a coal train, but that had gone the other way and left before we could get to
look,
it.
NSF.
But take a look at that. It says NSF on the side instead of BNSF. I thought that was funny. So here's a few shots of the yard. After RJY30 pulled in and pushed back into the yard, we went to Neptune Street to check out the trains there, and we got there just in time to see this train get a crew and start moving.
I went to set up my tripod and it started moving before I could do that.
As we were on our way back to Southern Avenue, we get stopped by the same train going over this crossing that we saw a few minutes ago at Neptune Street. There was also this really cool old sign there, Glenview Ice. I'm guessing maybe a gas station used to be there, maybe? I don't know. But anyways, there was the end of the train. We got back there and saw that RJY30 hadn't moved any since finishing its work. It was waiting for clearance, something else to pass. Anyways, on the CN, we saw this passing. Unfortunately, this was the only shot I was able to get of it. And then we went to the UP yard and saw this and the caboose that sits there. After getting to Industrial Avenue to catch RJY 30 one last time, we caught 6228 doing some work there. 6228 is an ex-Grand Trunk Western GP 38-2, built by Electromotive Division, or EMD. Now it was time for a shot I've wanted for a really long time. The Industrial Avenue has a factory building right next to the tracks and some abandoned spur where it used to be switched out there. Of course, I've wanted a shot by it for a while, but I haven't been able to get it. 1011, though, which is now leading RJY 30 back to Harrison Yard, stopped there, which I definitely was not expecting. Anyway, here are some of the photos I got of it after it stopped. We then went to Harrison Yard afterward, where we saw this local and then saw this train leaving. crossing yard, we stayed there for only a few minutes before chasing this next train, which was, I believe, L593, and it had EJ&E 660. This is, of course, after we got a shot of a few of the other trains there. Then we chased it back to Southern Avenue to the Southern Subway to get another shot we've wanted for a long time. The chase was on, but look closely at this bridge. You'll see ICRR initials on it. We tried to chase 660 again, but unfortunately for us, all the ways there were blocked by trains traveling into or out of CSX's Leewood Yard. It took me a minute to think of the name for some reason. Anyways, after getting to Hollywood Street and seeing that we missed it, we went and caught this train, which was a northbound grain train. I'm not sure of the train ID. Cue the cameo for my friend who was driving that day, Kevin Tumanello. Go check out his YouTube.
Oh yeah.
So, I had to speed up this footage for storage reasons. You will see a photo of one of the Rock Island hoppers that was on this train later on. Anyways, after this, we waited for a while, trying to see what the EJ&E would do. I didn't really know how it operated back then. I do now. Turns out, it goes all the way to Woodstock. I did not know that at the time. Anyways, we checked out this MATA trolley that's there for testing, and then we went over to Harbor Town, as you can see here, for some sunset shots of the bridge.
$59.89 and $56.42 in case you can't see it.
At that point, we went to our usual Memphis railfanning spot, Channel 3 Drive.
9262, 5910. And 5838.
After not seeing a few trains for a little bit, boredom began to set in. What year is this again?
They're going faster than normal on the UV.
So this train right here is an intermodal going from CSX Leawood Yard, and it is a CSX transfer over to Union Pacific's Marion, Arkansas rail yard. I'm not sure what time it comes back, but it does. Anyways, this was led by CSX 9041, which is a General Electric C40-9W. I'm not completely sure about why it was built like this or whatever, but I was told by a friend of mine that it's a -9 built into a -8 body. Please tell me if I'm wrong about that. After this, we would head over towards Harrison Yard again to try and figure out the consist on seeing A431, which was still working the yard at that time. We were never able to figure out the complete consist, but we did see some of it, which you'll see in just a little bit. On the way there, we were able to see GTW 6228 working the same area where we'd seen it before, which you'll see here in just a second. And we caught a local returning with GTW on it. Alright, let's see.
I think that's his power right there.
Yeah.
Lead right, 7 going 40, 7, 49, 24.
Okay, so we should come out this way soon.
We decided to step away from Harrison Yard for a second to go to the local line, or CN Memphis subdivision, and check out Amtrak 58, which was just passing through. Anyways, here it is. I was able to get a cool photograph as I stopped recording.
Ooh, we should pace Amtrak here real quick. See if I can get a shot. Slow down a bit. Let him get a bit closer. Slow down a bit more. Let him catch up for a second. He's getting closer. He's slowing down. Ooh, we should get him on at Woodstock on the way back.
Yeah.
Got some nice light there.
We'd gone back to Harrison Yard to once again try and find the power on A431, but did get to see IC 6250, and then caught this train that was passing just as we got back to Big River.
Alright, now we're going to go after 58. Try and get him again on the riverside.
We raced away to catch Amtrak 58, but unfortunately, the delay for catching this train had made us late catching it at Riverside, and we were going to have to book it to Woodstock to get the shot I wanted. To see the shot I wanted, it is in my first Train of the Year Amtrak-8 leading video. And I came through Woodstock here, as you can see the switchers at the DuPont plant, as we're passing them in this video. And, of course, I look over and I see 58 in the distance.
Is that it? That's it. Got there just before us. There's still a door open over here.
Yeah.
So, that was pretty much the entire video. I hope you
Alright.
guys enjoyed, and if you did, please consider leaving a like and subscribe, and of course, checking out my other videos. And I hope to see y'all in another video. Goodbye.